It's time for the X and Y Show with your host, Mr. Roosevelt. He talks about man topics, lady topics, and relationships. He talks about love, sex, and infidelities. He even gives good tips. There is no other show that compares to the X and Y Show.
Oh yeah. Sit back, take your clothes off, and relax. It's time for the X and Y Show, where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. The only place on the planet that tackles the topics that everyone wants to talk about, but no one is brave enough to address. Nothing escapes X and Y, baby. Now, here's your host, Roosevelt Colbert.
And greetings, and greetings. This is the X and Y Show, and I'm your host, Roosevelt, and welcome to another week of the X and Y Show. And I'm glad to be back. It's Friday night, and I'm going to make this show right quick, and then I'm going to go out and get some drinks and try to get me some pussy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But, it's Friday night, and I'm glad to be here for another week. I really enjoyed doing this show. I love it. They say, if you're not doing anything that you enjoy, then you're miserable. And I must say that I really enjoy doing the X and Y Show. I mean, I don't know what I would do without the X and Y Show. So I'm glad to be here for another week. And I think this week is a very juicy topic, a very important topic. All my topics are important, but this one kind of is, it's hitting home a little bit because, there's some shit that I'll be thinking about in the future. So, without further ado, now just to let you know, I was doing some research and also trying to get in contact with some folks to do an interview. If you looked on my website, which I know all of you are, there's an episode coming up on fetishes. And I wanted to get someone that deal with fetishes on a daily basis and, that kind of thing. Just somebody who's very familiar with them. I am. But a lot of fetishes that, I won't do or don't understand why a motherfucker would have a fetish like that. Like foot fetish, licking feet and shit. But to each his own. If those of you know who listen to the show, my fetish is a hair pussy. That's not really a fetish though. That's like a preference, I guess, but you get the idea. So, I ran across this person who, actually owns her own phone service, and, they call in, basically guys call in and, they experience different fetishes. Like they want to be kids and shit, or they want someone to talk to them dirty, or whatever the case may be. She kind of satisfied them with that. She has her own company, and she deals with a lot of fetish talk. Her name is Stacy, and actually her website is pleasureplaypen.com. That's pleasureplaypen.com. So it's a very interesting site. Check it out. Stacy's good. She's going to be on the show. Hopefully I can get her on talking about different fetishes and stuff when I do that episode. So stay tuned. Look out for Stacy, who's a very good new friend of the XY Show. Now, tonight, without further ado, I would like to jump into this episode because it's something that really affects us all in today's society. Even if you don't have kids, it's, if you care about kids, it's some shit that really gets to you if you have a heart. And this is something that really I wanted to talk about because, I don't have kids, but I really would like to have kids one day. And it's definitely something that I'm sure all couples go through with the kids. So without further ado, let's get into tonight's episode. Are your kids really safe in daycare? Are your kids really safe in daycare? Now, to initially answer that question, me personally, I would say, fuck no. No, they're not. And now, I don't want to be, too biased on this, because, some are good, some are bad, of course. But even in the good ones, I don't think your kids are safe. Now, that's my personal opinion. And, but from all the shit that's happening today, it's really a fact. Now, I was trying to interview certain schools on this very subject matter. I sent about 20 schools here in Miami, daycares, different daycares all over the city. About, I wanted to talk to them about, what they could offer the children and how basically they could protect the children. I told them what the episode was all about. And, and I sent 20 requests out to, various different daycares around the city. And to be honest with you, I received two replies. Now, I don't know if smart business. If somebody is, want to do an interview with you about your school, that's fucking free advertising. So it told me that there's some, some stupid motherfuckers. Free advertising. Your name is all over the internet forever. I'm on iTunes, I'm on iRadio, iHeart, I'm all kind of shit. Free advertising. And it's your opportunity to change people like me, change my mind into the reality that maybe daycares are safer now. And maybe they can protect your children. But when I only got 2 replies, which is bullshit replies, that only proved my point. And I kind of knew that I was really surprised to get those 2. And they were really bullshit replies. One of them was like, Mr. Roosevelt, do you have somewhere to read your biography? Blah, blah, blah. What the fuck you want to know my biography for? You want to know my dick size? You want to know, do I like to eat pussy? What the fuck you want to know my biography for? What in the fuck do that have to do with doing an interview on how you can protect children? Bullshit. Another one said, well, we're going to call you. I'm going to give a contact to this person, and we'll try to set something up. And, I called them and left a message, and I didn't get a call back. I'm not fucking calling them again. I'm not begging no damn body to do a damn interview. It's ridiculous. Either you do or you don't. Period. But the fact that I got those bullshit replies from those stupid motherfuckers, and I hope they listening, it only proves my point that daycares cannot protect your children. And they didn't want to talk about it. They didn't want to address that subject matter because they really can't. They can't protect your kids. They can have all the best damn books and all the best teachers from the best schools and the academy and the name of the prettiest uniforms and the prettiest grass on the property and all that bullshit, but they cannot protect your kids. They cannot protect your children, your toddlers, or let alone your babies. And that's something that I'm scared. I look at my sister. She had 2 sons, and good thing she had my parents. My parents were retired by the time they came along. So they helped her a lot. She didn't have to deal with daycare and, all of that shit. So they helped her a lot. But I know a lot of people out there is not as blessed. Their parents have passed on, or their parents are not willing to watch their kids. Like, fuck that, I watched your ass for 20 years. No. So I know a lot of you don't have that luxury to have parents in your lives to watch your kid for you and all of that. So you have no choice but to resort to these daycare centers. And you're basically rolling the dice with your children's lives and your children's safety. And yes, their lives. Their lives. There's been children that have died in daycare centers from stupid motherfuckers that watching them and getting angry and doing shit, shaking them and hitting them over the head and all kind of shit, killing these kids. And that's something that you would take a chance with every time you put your kid in a daycare. I think daycares are very dangerous places for children. And I don't know about you, but especially if I have a baby, I'm not putting my fucking kid in a daycare center. Especially if they can't talk. It's bad enough when a kid can talk and they still can get manipulated and you know, it takes a special kid to to tell the truth, you know. But a baby cannot do anything. A baby is defenseless. And I'm not going to put my fucking baby in a daycare center because I don't trust those motherfuckers. I think they're all unsafe. I think they're all bullshit places that you're just getting money per head, and that's all they give a fuck about. Now, while doing the research for this, I looked up just a couple of articles because, shit, if I looked up every article, I'd be here all damn year. But it was 3 that jumped out at me. And I just wanted to share them a little bit with you. The first one is talking about this bitch in Oklahoma. Let me see, read a little bit. A children's daycare owner in Oklahoma. Now, she was a daycare owner. She was a daycare owner in Oklahoma. Was convicted Thursday in the death of an infant. This was in 2016. Melissa Dawn Clark, 47 years old, who pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder, could face life in prison following the ruling. Sentencing is expected to take place on December 13th. And she was basically, let me see, where is it? Clark provided a series of explanations for how the child was injured. Investigators said, including that she tripped while holding the girl, that she dropped the girl, and she threw her into a bouncy seat while frustrated. Doctors at the Tulsa hospital where Zachary was taken told investigators that the baby's injuries represented a child abuse case. The baby was shaken but also received blunt head trauma. She killed that damn baby. She killed him. You know, and she was the fucking owner of the place. She was the owner. You know, that's one story. You know, I don't know what the outcome is, but, you know, she probably got convicted. I don't know, but I'm just giving you a little skim on the top of what kind of shit be going on in these daycare centers. You got these fucking idiots watching your kids. And they either fucking sexually abusing them or they killing them. One of the two. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some good ones out there. And if you're good and you can actually know that you're 100% good for you. Give your staff a cookie. But I'm talking about a lot of them that are not good. And that's something that we have to deal with in America. That's something that scared the shit out of me because I don't have kids. And one day I'm going to need kids. And my parents, well, my dad is gone. You know, he's gone to the next life. He's gone up there in heaven. But my mom, she's a little bit too old. She still can get around, but you know, she's get around good actually. But I don't want to put my fucking newborn baby on my mom. She's done her work, and I'm not going to do that to her. So that's something that I'll definitely have to think about in the future. Another story. This is a daycare worker charged with killing a baby in a recorded attack. This bitch, a daycare worker in Maryland, was captured on video torturing. Now, this is in Baltimore. I'm going to read that again. In Baltimore, a daycare worker in Maryland was captured on video. A lot of you think, they have videos, it's safe. They have videos. I have video on my phone, and I can watch it any time, and I can pull it up on my app. And so you see, these cameras don't mean shit. They still can hurt your kids. They still can sexually molest your kids. they still can kill your kids. In Baltimore, a daycare worker in Maryland was captured on video torturing an 8-month-old girl who later died, authorities said. She has been charged with murder. She killed an 8-month-old girl in Baltimore. Wow. Another one. Jury finds Milton, daycare worker, of murder in toddler's death. A Santa Rosa County jury found a Milton daycare another owner, the owner, not a worker, an owner, daycare owner, guilty of murder Friday for the death of a toddler in her care. Thelma Lowry, 58 years old, was immediately sentenced by Judge Kevin Wells to life in prison without the possibility of parole for an attack on a 15-month-old baby that left him with fatal brain swelling. Wow. And she was the owner, another owner of the daycare center, another owner. You know. So, you know, you have all of these precautions that are in place that are supposed to protect your kids, the cameras and, monitoring and all kind of shit. But all that shit don't mean nothing. Your kids are still in danger, basically, from these fucking idiots that they have over these daycares. You know, sexually abusing. I mean, they can't put a camera everywhere. They can't put I read a story where the camera, the worker went out of the view of the camera. They know where the cameras are. So they went out of the view of the camera and did the abuse to the child, you know, and then came back in the view of the camera. And, you know, of course, they were good. But while they were out of the view, it's proven that they did bodily harm to the child. So those cameras don't mean shit. They can't put a camera everywhere. So when you take your kid to a daycare center, it's a danger of them being sexually molested. It's a danger of them being physically abused. It's a danger of them being killed. And I'm sorry, but that's not a chance that I'm willing to take. And I know a lot of you saying, "Well, Roosevelt, you don't have any kids. What the fuck do you know? Shut up." And you're right. I don't have any kids. I don't know. You know. But I do know this. I don't think I would want to put my kid in bodily harm's way. So me personally, if I had a kid, I would tell my wife, and that's another where relationships come into play, because if she's your girlfriend, then, depending on how your relationship is, if you guys are living together, or, you know, she's living in one place and you're living in one place, then that complicates shit even more. Because if she's alone, that means she has to support herself. And if she has to support herself, that means she has to work. And if she has to work, that means somebody has to watch that kid while she's at work. So if you're a girlfriend and a boyfriend living apart, then that complicates shit even more, and that puts your kids in even more danger. But if you're married, like me personally, I would tell my wife, stay home. Stay home. Watch the kids. Don't worry about it. You know, your kids, just do the kids. After you get them situated, you watch Oprah or some shit. I don't know, on TV. But I would rather do that than have taken my newborn baby to one of these fucking daycare centers to watch with all these fucking crackpots over them. No. And I know a lot of you teachers out there listening, and some of you are good. And I congratulate you. I'm not talking to you. If the shoe fits, wear it. Those of you who are fucked up in the head and do some fucked up shit and crazy as hell, you know I'm talking to you. So don't take it personal. If you work in a daycare center, I'm not talking to you if you're not doing this. I'm not talking to you. If the shoe fits, wear it. But what I'm saying is, I wouldn't take my kid to one of these daycare centers. I'm gonna take the child. I would tell my wife, look, stay home. At least till Junior is, at least till he can talk. Really, I would rather to fucking kindergarten shit, you know. But I plan on having more than one kid, so I mean, I guess she gonna stay home for the duration. She gonna always be pregnant. But I mean, you know, that's what I would do. You just stay home, worry about the kids. I don't want to take my kids to no daycare. I don't trust them. I don't care how many damn cameras they have square feet. I don't care how many damn cameras they got in every room. I don't care how many damn apps they have where you can pull up on your fucking phone. I don't trust those motherfuckers. I don't trust no daycare centers, no preschoolers. I don't give a fuck who rated them, if they have in the Harvard review and they're the best in the South region and the fuck bullshit. I don't trust none of them. Not with my kid's life. No. Not with my kid's virginity. Shit. No. Not with my kid's innocence. Not with my kid's safety. You know. Just the other day in Miami, I hear about a silly ass daycare center. Left the kid in the car. They about to sentence her. She left the fucking kid in the car while she was inside the store for over an hour. The damn kid died of heat exhaustion. You know. These people that over these daycare centers don't give a fuck about your kids. I mean, let's be real. They don't give a fuck about your kids. The owners don't give a fuck about your kids. All they do, they want to make $1. All about the money. You know. And you know I'm telling the truth because you're 5 minutes late. You got a damn $35 or $50 late fee charge. You're supposed to be at 6 o'clock, ma'am, and it's 6:04. I gotta fine you $50. I'm sorry, ma'am. They're all about the money. They don't give a fuck about your kids. And those 20 damn preschools proved it. The ones that I called. Now, a lot of you saying, well, you contacted 20 out of hundreds, I'm sure, in Miami. Yeah, but I ain't gonna call all them damn people. You crazy as hell. You don't call all them damn day school. I called 20. Or I emailed 20. I got in contact with them, and they basically 18 of them ignored me. 2 of them sent me back bullshit replies. You know, send us your biography. What the fuck they want to know about me for? I want to interview you about the safety. How could you protect kids in your learning facility? What the fuck my biography got to do with anything? No, I don't trust these damn daycare centers one bit. I don't think anyone should trust them. I think if I was the damn, if one thing the president can do, he doing all this other crazy shit, close all the daycare centers. But, you know, looking at the other side, like I said before, there are good daycare centers, and there are people who just can't live without daycare centers. There's a lot of women and fathers that can't survive without daycare centers because they're supporting themselves. They don't have other family that are willing to take care of their kids. So they have to leave them somewhere. They have to work. They have to support themselves. If they don't work, then the kid will be on the street with them or taken away. They can't support the kid. So they have to work. And it's unfortunate. They don't have a choice. You know, that's why I hate to see single mothers. You know, I really hate to see single mothers because a lot of times, especially if they don't have grandparents to help them, because those single mothers, they have to work, so they have to take a newborn baby. I can't even imagine that shit. Taking a newborn baby to a fucking preschool or nursery, whatever the fuck you want to call them, and letting some stranger take care of their newborn baby. I can't even imagine that shit. But they have no choice. They have to roll the dice. They have to take a gamble that these motherfuckers that taking their kid to are legit because they have to support themselves. They have to make money to support them and their baby. It's a sad situation. It really is. And a lot of times, you know, if me personally, I think if you find a family member, that'd be a little better. I know some of you saying, well, shit, they're worse. And statistics do show that family members are worse, you know, as far as abuse and stuff. But I think if you, I mean, goddamn, there's no way around this. This is a big problem. This is a big problem that I think that society is not dealing with adequately. I think, you know, it's like being looked over. It's not being, first of all, I think the industry is not being regulated hard enough, in my opinion. You know, I think they should put the daycare workers, I think they should put those motherfuckers under scrutiny just like a damn police officer. You know, background checks and all kind of shit. And, you know, even if they did all that shit, it still wouldn't guarantee that they wouldn't do anything that was detrimental to the kids. You know, they can put them through all of those tests and all those background checks and polygraphs and all that shit. And that still wouldn't guarantee the kids' safety. That's scary. That's very scary. And I can imagine taking my little girl, I don't have any kids, but I can't imagine taking my little girl, my little son, to a daycare center and they getting physically abused. You know, the father is supposed to protect them kids, and you know, they're getting physically abused. I don't know, and they're getting beat every day or shaken every day, hit in the head, slapped in the head, you know, or getting sexually abused every day. I can't imagine that shit. I don't want to imagine this shit. I mean, just thinking about it hurts my heart. And I'm going to tell you something. If that ever happens to me, I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. Fuck that. But it won't happen to me because, you know, I'm going to be married. I'm going to tell my wife, you stand your ass home. We're going to talk about that before we get married. You know, or if she's working, then you work the night shift, I work the day shift. But one of us going to be watching our own kids. I don't trust those fucking daycare centers. I don't trust them. I don't trust the motherfuckers that own them. I don't trust the motherfuckers that's working in them. Damn sure don't trust them. And I'm not going to take my damn toddler, I'm not going to take my damn newborn to those crazy motherfuckers. I'm not. And I know a lot of you are still saying, well, you don't have kids, it's easy for you to say, and you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I do. You don't have to have kids to see shit. I know what my sister went through. She was a single mother. And if it wasn't for my parents, my sister would have had to probably resort to daycare because it was nobody else. It was nobody else. You know, I was too young at the time, you know. It was nobody else. She would have had to resort to daycare centers. You know, which would have been very bad for my second nephew because he was a little bad motherfucker. And I know he would have probably been the one that was provoking those daycare center teachers. And who knows, he'd have probably been shaken or hit or kicked or thrown across the room or slammed in a chair or some crazy shit. So, you know, when I think about, do I want to have kids? Yes, I want to have kids. And that's the first thing I think about, man. Who's going to watch them? I can't have my newborn baby going to a daycare center. I can't do that. I would go crazy. Thinking about my kid all day. What's going on with my kid? You know, a lot of you say, no, you can pull up the app anytime. Fuck that. It's not 100% safe. Who knows? I might be taking my kid to a damn ex-Klansman or some shit. Or taking my kid to a damn devil worshiper. I don't know. It's a lot of crazy motherfuckers out there. I don't know these people. I don't know them from Apple. I don't know them. So why in the fuck am I going to take my kids to them and trusting in them to watch my kids? And basically putting my kid's life in a stranger's hand. Now, I don't want you all to get twisted. I know those of you who are doing this, who are taking your kids to daycare center, I'm not putting you down. I'm not saying you're a bad parent. I'm not saying that at all. Like I said before, some of you have no choice. You have to support your family. You have to make money for your kids so you can support them by clothing, food, life necessities. You have no choice. I get it. All I'm saying is when you do that, and if anybody do that, you're really gambling with your kid's life. There's so many crazy motherfuckers out there today, that beat children for no reason. So, if a kid cry and do stuff that kids do, they're going to do some shit to your kid. Sexually abuse, a lot of pedophile motherfuckers out there want to sleep with little girls and boys and shit. That's a lot of crazy motherfuckers. And I'm sorry, that's one gambling game I'm not willing to play with my kid's life. So, do I trust daycare centers? Fuck no. I never will. Never have, never will. Hopefully, when I do have kids, I have a wife that, willing to stay home or work the day shift, or I work the night shift, some kind of shift. We're working out. We're basically watching our own kids. Or maybe my wife will have parents that are willing to take them and watch them. I don't really want to put that on my mom because she's done her job. But maybe my wife, grandparents on her side will be willing to watch the grandkids. Then I'll luck out. But me personally, I'm not willing to take that chance on my kid's life, basically. Or my kid's innocence. My kid's virginity. I don't trust none of these motherfuckers. These crazy ass daycare centers got all these crackpots working for them. They don't do adequate background checks. They just don't give a fuck. And you taking your kids there, trusting them with their life. I'm not willing to do that. Not willing to do that. Hopefully I won't have to do that. And if you are doing that, then I'm going to pray for you. That nothing is happening to your kid. I hope your kid never gets hurt. I hope he or she never gets abused, physically or sexually. I hope, everything turn out all right. I know a lot of you saying, well, that can happen with them in school. Yeah, it can. Yeah, but at least they can talk. They're older in school. At least they can tell daddy, man, touch me. Daddy, lady, touch me. And then daddy gonna put his foot in somebody's ass. Then call the police. Daddy gonna do something first. Then we can call the police. That's my justice. At least they can talk, but a newborn can't talk. A young toddler can't talk. They can talk, but you don't know what the fuck they're saying. No, I'm not willing to do that. So, think about that. If you have kids that you're taking to the daycare center, be watchful. Be careful. Let those motherfuckers know that you are watching them. If you see anything suspicious, you go put your foot in their ass and get your kid out of that damn school. You participate in that kid's school. Let them know that this is one kid don't fuck with. Protect your children. So, are your kids really safe in daycare? I say again, hell no. In my opinion, no. Fuck no. They never were, they never will be. So be careful when you take your kids to these daycare centers. Because you are actually putting your child, literally, putting your child's life in a stranger's hand. Anyway. Wow. That's some shit, man. That concludes tonight's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. It's one of these episodes that, is real. I mean, there's kids being abused every day physically. There's kids being abused every day sexually. There's kids being killed every day in these damn daycare centers. No, they're not safe. Fuck that. Some are good. Some have a perfect record, never been having any trouble. Well, that's good. Good for you. Like I said, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the ones that are not. The ones that have all kind of shit going on. Have all kind of crackpots and shit working for them. I'm talking to you. Is your kid safe? No, I don't believe so. So be watchful. Be careful. Be very observant. That concludes another episode of the X and Y Show. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, you can always catch the X and Y Show on a wide variety of different venues. I'm on iTunes. I'm on Google Play. I'm on TuneIn. I'm on Blueberry. And I am on iHeartRadio. Good think of this shit. So be sure to pick your favorite one and also subscribe, so I can get those bulletins when I record a new episode, and also leave comments. Let me know if you like it or not. I'm also on Spreaker. That's my main platform, which I record from, so be sure to check them all out and choose the one that you frequently listen to, and be sure to subscribe and like it if you do, and comment if you do, and comment if you don't. So always welcome to hear your feedback. Also on different social medias. I'm on Tumblr, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Instagram. You can find all of that on my website, which is www.thexyshow.com, www.thexyshow.com. You can also shop for different items in my store. I have coffee mugs, coffee cups, I have shirts, men and women's. I have iPhone covers, Android covers, all kind of shit. And I have more stuff coming. So go to the X and Y store, get a shirt or something, take a picture, and I put it on my Instagram account and show everyone that you are a true X and Y'er. You can also leave a comment to me and let me know how you're liking the show or disliking it, what you like to hear, any different episodes that you like to hear, or just say hello, or you can send some naked pictures. No, I'm just kidding. No. And just talk to me. There's a contact form. Let me know that you're out there listening. But without further ado, I will see you in 2 weeks. And I want you all to know that, you can't have love without X and Y. See you in 2 weeks. Later.
You've been listening to The X and Y Show with your host, Roosevelt Colbert, the place where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. Join us next time. You can now put your clothes back on. Or not.